When trust breaks, ask the questions. Seek the truth and return to God. Stay anchored.
In Nightwave Radio. When trust breaks.
You ever notice? The moment trust breaks, everything changes? Not just governments, not just systems, people, families, communities. A person can survive confusion for a while. But once trust is damaged, the mind starts questioning everything.
And maybe that's where we are right now. A generation surrounded by information, but starving for truth.
A generation connected to everything, but anchored to nothing. A generation overloaded with noise, but desperate for peace.
And when people stop trusting the voices around them, they start searching for a voice above them.
Phew, that's it right there. Welcome to Nightwave Radio. No chaser. I'm Jason J. Knight.
And I'm Flip Diesel. And tonight, we're talking about what happens when trust breaks.
Somebody say amen if you know we are living in strange times, because people are not wrong for asking hard questions anymore.
In fact, asking hard questions may be the last sane thing left in a world full of shifting stories.
Because information changes, facts get revised, narratives get polished, and what one generation called settled truth,
another generation later calls incomplete, misleading, or flat out wrong. And once people see that happen enough times, trust starts cracking, not quietly, not gently.
It starts breaking loud.
And when trust breaks, people stop asking surface questions. They stop asking little polite questions. Now they asking the real ones. What are we eating? What are we drinking? What are we being fed? Who decided this was safe?
And why
does the story keep changing?
Say that again. Because people are frustrated for a reason. That distrust did not come out of nowhere. They see what is going into the food. They see what is being stirred into the water. They see what is being handed to their children. And they are supposed to just sit there and smile? No.
They see additives, dyes, chemicals, modified foods.
Systems that were supposed to help, but may have created new problems. And when people learn that information once presented as fact can later be revised, reworded, or buried, then of course they start wondering what else they were never told.
Test all things. Hold fast what is good.
First, Thessalonians 5:21. That is not paranoia. That is wisdom. That is discernment. That is what happens when people refuse to sleepwalk through life. Because healthy fear is not hysteria. Healthy fear is a warning light. Healthy fear says, slow down, look again, pray again, check again. Don't let comfort make you careless. Healthy fear keeps you awake.
Healthy fear keeps you awake. Healthy fear makes you test what you hear
instead of swallowing everything whole.
Jason, because once somebody keeps changing the story, as people start wondering what else got changed.
And hear me clearly tonight. This goes deeper than politics, deeper than science, deeper than corporations. This is spiritual now. Because Jesus already told us what time it is.
Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God.
Matthew 4:4. Somebody shout yes, because that means there is a hunger deeper than the body. A hunger no government can satisfy. A hunger no company can package. A hunger no system can manufacture. A hunger no trend can fill. A hunger no distraction can numb forever.
You can have a full refrigerator and still be starving on the inside.
You can have a stocked pantry and still be spiritually dry.
You can have food on the table and still
have no peace in your soul.
Because the soul was never designed to survive on distraction.
That's right. The soul was designed to be fed by God. And when Jesus said,
I am the bread of life,
John 6:35, He was not just talking about doctrine. He was exposing the real famine. Humanity is not just hungry for food. Humanity is starving for truth, starving for direction, starving for peace, starving for God.
More noise, more content, more scrolling, more entertainment, more consumption, more information, but still restless, still anxious, still empty, still dry.
Still empty, still dry.
My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you in a dry and thirsty land where there is no water.
Psalm 63, 1. That's the hidden cry. That's what people are really feeling underneath all this noise. People say they want answers, but what they really need is
alignment.
People say they want more information, but what they really need is revelation. People say they need more facts, but what they really need is faith.
Because facts can fill the mind, but only God can steady the soul.
Talk to me. And here is where it gets deeper. Drought was never only about weather. Drought was a sign. Drought was a warning. Drought was a wake-up call. In Deuteronomy, God warned the people that if they turned away, He could shut up the heavens.
He will shut up the heavens so that there will be no rain and the ground will yield no produce.
Yield no produce. Deuteronomy 11:17. In Haggai, the land dried up because priorities got misplaced.
I called for a drought on the fields and the mountains.
Haggai 1:11. And in Elijah's day, rain stopped, the heavens shut, the land groaned. But when hearts returned, rain returned too.
But that's not random, that's a pattern.
That is the pattern of heaven.
When hearts drift, dryness follows. When hearts return, provision moves again. When people harden their hearts, the land reflects it. When people humble themselves, God answers. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. 2 Chronicles 7:14. There it is. That is the turning point. Because the deeper question is not only what's in the food. The deeper question is,
what are people being taught to trust?
Because when man controls the message, controls the fear, controls the appetite, controls the narrative, eventually man starts trying to replace God at the center. And culture begins preaching a false gospel. Trust the system more than the spirit. Trust institutions more than discernment. Trust convenience more than conviction. Trust appetite more than the word.
And that is a dangerous altar.
A dangerous altar. Because systems fail. God does not fail. Governments shift. God does not shift. Narratives bend. God does not bend. Facts may be revised. Truth remains standing.
Jason. And that's why people feel exhausted now. Not because information exists, but because nobody knows who to trust anymore.
And listen, I'm not telling people to stop using wisdom.
No. Be informed. Read carefully. Pay attention. Test what you hear.
Question what you're handed. Discern the difference between propaganda and reality. Ask who benefits. Ask who controls the story. Ask who gets rewarded when people stop asking questions. But do not become consumed by fear, because fear, unchecked, becomes its own prison.
And some people got so focused on what was happening around them,
they forgot who was still above it. And that is the word tonight. Be awake, be discerning, be unafraid to ask hard questions, but don't stop at suspicion.
Go deeper. Return to prayer. Return to covenant. Return to the word. Return to the Spirit.
Return to the Spirit, because there is a table God prepares that the world cannot control.
You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over.
You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Psalm 23:5. That means when the world shakes,
He still sustains.
when systems shake,
He still provides.
when drought hits the land,
He still sends rain.
when confusion fills the room,
His voice still cuts through.
when fear rises,
His peace still stands.
when food is uncertain,
He remains faithful. When people,
when people
don't know what
to trust,
God still tells the truth.
when the heavens feel silent, He is still speaking.
And when God feeds you, fear loses its throne.
And that's it. That's the shout right there. Not panic, not propaganda, not pressure, not drought, not systems. God. God is the answer. God is the source. God is the provider. God is the healer. God is the keeper. God is the one who can shut the heavens and open them again. And if He fed Israel in the wilderness, if He sent manna from heaven, if He gave water from the rock, if He multiplied loaves and fishes, then He can still sustain His people now.
Somebody lift your hands right there.
Because there is a generation that needs to come back to the altar. A generation that needs to come back to repentance. A generation that needs to come back to prayer. A generation that needs to come back to the Word. A generation that needs to stop eating from fear and start eating from faith. A generation that needs to stop living by what man says and start living by what God said.
Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled.
For they shall be filled. Matthew 5:6. Not manipulated, filled, not deceived, filled, not driven by fear, filled, not fed by the noise of the age, filled by God. And if you know He can do it, if you know He can keep you, if you know He can sustain you, if you know He can give rain in due season, if you know He can feed the soul that nothing else can feed, then make room for the King. Make room for conviction. Make room for truth. Make room for prayer. Make room for the Spirit of God. Because this is Nightwave Radio. No chaser. I'm Jason J. Knight.
And I'm Flip Diesel. Jason, stay awake.
Stay anchored.
Stay discerning.
Stay in prayer.
Stay under the Word.
Stay under the Word and keep standing. Because heaven still has the final word, and we'll see you on the next Wave broadcast.
In a Matthew 24 world, Joseph's story reminds God can still take what was meant for evil and turn it for good and for saving lives. What was set up to break you can become the stage where God backs you. Saul came in blind, dangerous, and fear. He left seeing, baptized, filled with the Spirit, and preaching the very name he tried to destroy. But Saul's story proves your calling does not start with your resume.
It starts with Jesus saying, I am Jesus, now arise and go.
There you go, stay warm. And here's a little cash for you. You do not have to be perfect. Just stay in the hands of the one who says, I know you, I chose you, and you are perfect for my purpose.